Hello, friends. How we doing? Yeah, a little behind.
Hello.
Been sidekicks with me. Been a lot going on. As I said, we've just met Emily online. Kind of fell head over heels over her. Kind of thought we had a strong bond. But in the meantime, until I found out that it wasn't as strong a bond as I hoped it was, I wrote a lot of poems about her, and we did a lot of stuff together. Yes, sir. We shared some videos together, questioned each other, kind of trying to find out about each other's life expectancies and all that. Did we discuss the Arab Spring part of it yet? Yeah, I think we did, didn't we? Where she almost got caught in a bad situation. I think we did.
I think, yeah. When she got in the war thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that finally subsided a little bit. The internet finally settled back down a little bit. And they finally got some form of government going. The coup actually did succeed, basically. Overthrew the old government. A new government was implanted. Not all the Arab Spring countries that were involved in the Arab Spring accomplished their goals, but a lot of them did. Egypt was one of them that accomplished their goal. But things got back to normal for a little bit after a few months. Things kind of wind down, settled down. We got back to our video chats. We were watching each other, sleep, go through our daily routines. Sharing
Basically
things.
making sure everyone was still alive.
Basically. We had some moments together. Kind of share each other's thoughts and stuff. And of course, like I said, I was infatuated by her. And I wrote a poem about one of the girls I courted. She wanted me to write a poem about her, and Emily kind of wanted the same. But the poem she wanted to write to her was not the stanzas with her name in it. It was using the first initial of her name in Emily, which is the name of the poem, ironically. E period, M period, I period, L period, Y period.
Emily.
In other words, I used the first letter of that particular part of her name into each stanza. The first stanza started with E, the next stanza would start with M, the next stanza would start with I, then L, and then Y would end it up. And that's how I wrote the poem. So I wrote this poem to her, and I read it to her, and she loved it, and she kind of liked it a little bit. And this is what Emily, this is how it goes. Everlasting love to behold, eternal beauty complete within, the impediment of pure bliss. From the taste of love's essence, soul, salvation, sanctity, and joy. Magnificent the love she brings, most exquisite the joy she fulfilled. A goddess she is to be marveled. Miraculously my spirit has lifted. She is a delicate as the moon. Incredible her beauty, her aurora, like the northern lights in the sky. Indigenous to the sun she is, to ignite the sky like a firefly. The sultry simplicity of her skin. Illuminated is her spectrum aglow. Lovely her eyes, lips, and nose, the luscious body connected thereof, her bosom, her essence of passion, laminated like the perfect mold. Yucca, her hair freely waves, a yearning to be lost within, to lose yourself, never be found. Young at heart, she makes me feel. You complete me, love, my angel dove.
I like that. That's cute.
Like that. On the yucca part, I kind of added 2 words, like a yucca, because it's yucca's like a waving freely. So that's why I used like a yucca, but yucca was the Y in her last name. But with me writing her poem to her, she turns around and she writes one for me. Yes, she wrote a poem for me, and I wrote it down, and I kept it. Of course, she's not poetic in nature, but she
Tried.
tried, and she gave it her best.
She did
It's kind of pretty. It's kind of
She
cute.
did what she could.
We couldn't
What
come
she
up
did.
with it. I couldn't come up. I was stepping in forever. My sweet love, Emily Gallion. I finally came up with Love's Harmony, and that's the title we kept for her poem towards me, Love's Harmony. So I wrote one to her. A few days later, it was kind of a challenge. I write you one, you write me one. We'll see which one's better, so to speak. But they're both beautiful, so
Both were winners.
both were winners. And this is what she came up with. I'm yours, only for you, my heart, my love, and only just you, content. No one else can beat of me, heart, just you. I love every moment you are kept, and love the whole world, because just you, my world revolves. You just love all of my life. You just make it my life, willing to offer for you no other to claims. But thou, my love, I am yours forever. Expensive, you are completely intact, because only my world revolves the way you made me smile. My day is complete. I love you forever of my life. You are the rest of my life. My first love, and forevermore. You are perfect, my everything, my extension of my life. You are indeed my inspiration. Sort of broken English. It's kind of broken up. Of course,
It was not her first language.
it was not well, Filipinos or Panay, Tagalog, actually. If it's Visaya. There's from many languages, the Philippines.
There's like
language.
I-
There's several. Hers was Visaya. And she usually talks in Visaya or Tagalog, and that was her first time writing in all English. So usually when they translate to English, it
Doesn't
comes
Mom
choppy English. But
still say things wrong.
yeah, she still say
What's the funniest one she says wrong?
over there. She goes over there.
Over there?
Over there. Her daughter gives her a hard time about it too. Her daughter drives her nuts with it. She makes fun of her, laughs at her. Every time my wife now says over there, me and CJ both look at each other and say, over there, over there, over there.
And then she scoffs.
She just scoffs and walks out. It's just funny as hell.
It's not funny.
It's not funny, she says. You don't know
While
what's
she's
funny.
smiling and laughing.
While she's smiling and laughing. She thinks it's funny, even though she says it's not funny. But eventually, we get her out of Egypt, We're trying to find out a way to get her back to the Philippines because our paperwork is starting to come together. And the only way to complete the journey is for her to go home to the Philippines so I can go home there and meet her and meet the family. Because part of the marriage or the fiancé visa process is to meet and greet the family of the foreign national that you're courting and
Say hi.
and show that the relationship is in fact genuine and not a fabrication or a free ride over here. So
Which is what some of them are.
Which is what some of them do. Which that part is called the mail order bride, where they pay for a bride to come to the States. And that's not what this was. This was a fiancé visa we were implementing. And with that, you have to have a 1 to 2 year relationship with the person you're courting while the paperwork is being processed, and save everything: phone chats, emails, documents, your video chats, do the meet and greet, take photos to prove the meet and greet, do the wedding ceremony. If there's divorces, you have to have the divorce papers. If there's widows or death certificates in the family, you have to have that. It ends up being about a book about that big, all the paperwork you come up with. You have to work with, and thousands of dollars in the end. You gotta account for the trip over there and back. You gotta account for all the lawyer on the first round for the marriage or fiancé visa, because that's the best way to do it. Because you do it by yourself, it'll take longer because there's a lot of red flags. There's a lot that goes into it.
You mean red tape?
You need medical history. You need doctor's permits. You need to be cleared physically, mentally. So you have to have a police record.
You can't be crazy.
Yeah, you can't be crazy. You can't be a threat. So you have to have a police record. I mean, birth certificates, proof of birth, that you're a citizen, that she's a foreign national,
Not an alien.
that she was actually born there, and
It's a Martian.
it's a process. It is a process. And that's why you use a lawyer on the first time you're doing something like that. But when you do the adjustment of status and the green card, you pretty much know the process, and you can do it by yourself without a lawyer's help and without all the red flags. So the journey has begun. We've started the paperwork, and I used an attorney. I got an attorney, and we're starting to go back and forth with paperwork and filling paperwork out and such. Meeting some friends of hers. As I said before, I met Evie through her. She is now in Florida. The other friends I don't remember. I don't remember all of them. I don't remember all their names, but there's 2 or 3 others I met over there in Egypt that was with her. I met one of them in person. I hadn't met Evie in person yet. We call each other brother and sister, but we still haven't met each other in person yet, physically. Even though she's in Florida now, and I'm over here in Arkansas, probably about a 14, 15-hour drive from each other, and we still have not met each other in person. Like to.
You should invite her over for Thanksgiving or
I'd
something.
I'd like to meet her in person. She's very beautiful and she's very sweet. But, it is what it is. And one day we'll finally actually get to meet each other.
Oh, look at the TIE Fighter.
And the TIE Fighter. We're not worried about TIE Fighter. We're worried about the story here. Anyway, and of course, like I said, Emily, you'll find out how she ended up in Maine as we get toward the end of mine and her courtship. Anyway, she's in Maine at the moment. But our journey here is just beginning. And that's what the title of the next poem is. It's called The Journey. Because, we've never done anything like this. This is my first time doing something like this. And she's been an OFW for years. But she's never done anything of this nature. So that's why it's called The Journey. So I'm going to read The Journey. This is mine and her journey towards each other. There once was two lovers who lived far away from each other. Then one day the young maiden found a golden pair of shoes. She tried on the golden shoes, and they fit rather well. Talking to her love one night, she decided to try something. Asking her love to hold for a moment, she clicks her heels together, just like in the story. He waited for her to click her heels and said, "I wish you were here. I wish I were there with you." She clicked her heels and wished the same. "My love, come to me." They closed their eyes and waited. As she opens her eyes, her love seems to fade away. She hears a noise from behind her, so turns to see. A figure of a man begins to form. As she watched the figure form, she got a feeling of excitement. He materialized into her love to be and reaches out to take her hand. They embrace in love's warm grace and make love, kiss, and cuddle. But as sun shows its colors of day, the man again fades away. The young maiden wishes her love a safe journey, with a promise to see him again at the next starry night. She will click her heels together, and he will reveal himself again to her. They will enjoy a night of love over and over till the day their love comes near. When that day arrives, the young maiden will release the golden shoes. She will need them no more. For the star-crossed lovers will be in each other's arms forever. The golden shoes will sit and wait till they are needed by another's dream of love. What do you think of that one?
I wonder how heavy they are.
They're
made of gold.
Good.
They're probably like really heavy shoes.
Anyway, as you can see, if you've followed me from the very first poem to these recent poems, you'll see maturity and the growth. They've gone through a lot of transitions, always maintaining a sense of dreaming and fantasy. But you see also the word usage is getting stronger. The vocabulary is getting more enhanced. Not enhanced as some, but enhanced enough to be more attractive in nature as far as poetry goes.
I thought Shakespeare, but it's
not Shakespeare, but it's it's there. Now we've come to the end of chapter 14 here, The Journey of Two Souls, which is from this long poem here. It's a very long poem, several pages, handwritten, of course. And soon after this poem, she does elope from her job and catch a ride home to the Philippines. I will follow her home till she gets home. I will wait for her responses and messages at each stopover. And when she finally get home, she lets me know. But after this poem here, that is what happens. She makes her way back home, and once she makes her way back home, then we start the process of the meet and greet.
because it's a safer location than a former war zone.
Well, like I said, the paperwork was being the priority nation is the Philippines, and we can't do the paperwork while she's in Egypt. She has to go home to the Philippines so we can do the meet and greet.
And she could do that during the war.
And well, she couldn't do that anyway, doing that over there. But she didn't, like I said, the only way to complete the process was for her to be on the Philippines with her family and do the meet and greet. Because there's no family over where she was at. They couldn't do the meet and greet over there with the family because there's no family. So we had to get her home so we can do the actual meet and greet. But this poem here, and we'll end chapter 14. And the next time we meet, we'll actually start chapter 15. 2 more chapters, 15, 16, and this story will come to its conclusion. My story through poetry. So I'm going to read The Journey of Two Souls. One's from her side, and one will be from my side. Kind of explain the journey that we both made to get to the point where we're fixing to do the meet and greet. All right. Without further ado, here is The Journey of Two Souls.
Which is also a video game. So it's a title of a video game anyway.
Well, someone stole my title. Anyway, here we go. Part 1, from her side. A delicate angel in a godforsaken world, searching for love in a place where love could not be found. From the corners of one to the arms of another, for young to old to in between, she looked here and over there, at parties, the clubs, gathering here and there. She did not understand where she was going, her mind clouded with false hopes, and her loved ones telling her, "Love will find you," and asking her, "What are you doing, hurting yourself like this?" Time passed on, and as son was born while the further moved on and left her alone, a difficult choice bestowed her. She had to support this child, but could not do so where she was. She had to find a job in another country, leaving her child with her family, so she could earn financially enough to give him what he needed. Her search for love came to a crawl. It was not her main interest anymore. Although she was courted, nothing serious ever evolved. She began to wonder, would love even come my way? Then one day, as she was looking through her friends list on her webpage, one friend in particular stuck out from the others. She had chatted with him before and found his words to be pleasant, or be pleasing and subtle. She hit him up one day and poured her heart out to him. "Love is far from me. Don't think I'll ever find it. It has abandoned me." This simple response gave her hope and life. Love is there, just a matter of when and where. You never know where love may be hiding. He gave her his phone number. "Call me if you need me. I'm always here." After many attempts at getting the numbers right, she got through, and when he answered, her heart leaped as if her soul knew something that she was unaware of. As their communication grew, she felt a connection she never felt before. The first video chat, her heart melted. The man in front of her was not the most attractive man she ever saw, but the words he spoke to her and the way he looked into her eyes gave her a feeling that maybe love was still alive. The more they shared, the more they bonded and connected. The more she loved, more love she felt. "Maybe my search is over. Maybe a father to my son I have found. Maybe, just maybe, true love I have found. A soulmate to me," She thought to herself, she doesn't know the near or present future. What she does know is don't wait to let things go. This feeling she has inside is new to her. So she promises him as he's promising her, I'll wait for you, and I'll let love take its course. Love takes its course. Love will and has found me, and I will welcome its embrace. So the journey begins. How it ends is uncertain. But what she does know is one way or another, she and her love will meet one day, and she will embrace it. Smother him with kisses and vow to never ever leave his side, and to always cherish the love that I found. Part 2, from his side. A sharp young lad in a home full of pain. The young lad very timid and not very aggressive. He is searching for something and not exactly sure what it is, but he knows he needs something to appease his empty soul. So the search begins, the search for love. One by one they come, one by one they end up not being the one. He stays secluded and keeps to himself, almost seems to be beaten down where he feels like his life here is pointless. He struggles day in and day out to find out where he fits in, but each day is met with failure. So each day the search continues. Seems like everything he does comes apart at the seams. Just can't pinpoint where love might be. Maybe to him, love doesn't exist. Maybe, just maybe, love has gone away. He's older now. For 20 years the search has been, and now twin boys have given him hope. The addition to his life and the love he has for them gives him the hope he needs that love may still be alive. The young lad, now older and more mature, has a webpage now and offers advice and friendship to family and friends around the world. But one in particular stood out from the rest, where he accepted her friendship at first. It seemed it's all it would be. 3.5 months later, she hit him up in a chat box. Hello, my friend, how are you? He responds, I'm fine, my sweet friend, and how are you? She begins to tell him that love has left her and doesn't think she will ever find it again. It informs her that love is out there and maybe just around the corner, even though he doesn't believe it himself. She finds in his words, and after he gives his phone number, she calls him. Hi, it's me. The young man seems to be surprised, begins to wonder, could this be her? They start up a online relationship and share with each other their past, present, and future. The more time they spend together, the more they begin to connect with each other. They begin to fall in love with each other. As their relationship grows and their love for each other grows, they begin to talk of meeting each other and to marry. Will the search finally be over? Is this the soulmate he has looked for over 20 years? Their journey now begins as they wait for their day to shine and to be in each other's arms, to love and to hold, till death do they part. Part 3, Two Souls Become One. This part of the story is not yet complete, but it will be by God's good grace. Two hearts, two souls from different parts of the world will indeed come together to form one, for it is meant to be. If it was an accident, they found each other, or on a web page, it was no coincidence they found love. It was not by chance they came to know each other. This was done in destiny and in making their love continue to grow. Their faith, their trust, their special bond. The love is a love that must be fulfilled, to let the world know that love is still alive and it did not die. Love lives within the man and this woman, and their love will never die. They will complete their journey. They will become one, no matter how long it takes, no matter what the cost, and they will be married, and they will multiply their love, for God has a plan for them, and that plan will come to pass soon. Soon they will be in each other's arms. Soon they will make love in real. Soon they will walk hand in hand, side by side. Soon they will forever be as a whole, as it's meant to be. The love they have for each other, the love they share, will not be denied. It will survive. Soon, very soon, two souls will become one. And that leads us up to the beginning of the first meet and greet, and will be my first time leaving the States. I've never left the States or I've been all across the South pretty much, but I never left the States and gone to another country.
Well, I've been out north too.
I haven't been very far up now. Well, we've been to Montana.
Yeah,
we went to
like I said, been up north. Went up.
Eventually make our way up across the states.
And we also been to Florida.
Been to Florida, but pretty much I've been secluded in one particular
Basically,
area.
from Florida to Montana is where we've been, kind of almost.
Yeah,
like those like straight line.
Well, we did go to D.C. here recently.
And D.C. We went to D.C. too.
But that all comes later. You'll find out. You'll see how it unfolds here. But this is the beginning of the first meet and greet. The first time leaving the States and meeting a foreign national, a Filipino. Like I said before, you would think, with the way the poems are going, that this is going to end blissfully.
It doesn't.
It doesn't, but it prepares me for the one I did meet.
Which is crazy.
Crazy and ornery, but adorable, and I love her very much.
I would die for her.
Yeah, we would get in front of somebody that were to approach her and to threaten her, and we would kick their ass. That's how.
That and vice versa. She loves us too.
Yeah, she does. She loves us too, even though she's
just ornery about it.
Yeah, she is. She's ornery. But you'll meet her eventually, and maybe not 15, but maybe chapter 16. You'll meet her, and like I said, this courtship here kind of prepares me for her, for my meeting with her. Because I would then have an idea of the process and what it all takes.
Things go twice as fast.
And it went twice as fast. You
didn't need to figure out what to do.
So this one here is a trial basis. This is a trial by fire.
This was basically the tutorial.
Yeah, this one was a trial by fire. But like I said, bad blood started, bad blood brewed, but bad blood kind of ceased, and there's no bad blood no more. So you see where it's going. That's the first meet and greet. And got her back home. We're getting her back home. And we're preparing to in the next chapter here, we will actually do the meet and greet, and we will come to see each other, spend time with the family, get to know the family, and of course, soon after that, you'll see what happened. It didn't go as we had hoped. But next time we see each other, next time we meet, we'll start chapter 15. Where to go? What I see, what I choose. That'll be the start of chapter 15, and that will be the title of chapter 15. What I see, what I choose. Until then,
enjoy my dad's monkey ears.
Enjoy my big ass ears and my big ass skull here, forehead. I hope you enjoy all the music, and I hope you're enjoying the story.
And if he bends over, you can see your future, like right here.
Yeah, you don't see the 8 ball there. It says will this end in a good have a good ending? Yes, it will have a good ending. Anyway, we'll talk at you later.
Bye.
Bye. Gotta take care.